to invite me for over for a sleepover. I was so happy. Well, I told you Imma come this weekend. 'Cause that was the other thing that I put left a message for you that I was going to do, come Sunday no, Saturday, come Saturday so I can catch the sales at this grocery store, and then spend the night, if we don't make some videos, and then go to Tannersville. But he was like, "Stay over, you gotta stay over." I was like, "Well, help me clean the room, help me clean the room." So when we cleaned the room well, yeah. I'm not their parents, so they're not gonna be as bratty with me. But anyway, so but, that's the joy of being with other people's children when you have friends and they have kids and whatnot, what have you. I haven't done hanging out with children in a long time. I used to do it a lot before, but not anymore. I mean, besides working at school, but I mean, like, really, really hanging out with kids. I haven't done it in so long. So long. So so are you going to show your face or not, woman? I don't even see you. I gotta take off Facebook. We're still on Facebook also, unless it closed out. We were doing Facebook at the same time. Where's Facebook? I guess it closed out? Well, I'm on, YouTube. I don't know what you're on. In fact, because I can't even find mine. I don't see it anymore. Exactly, we were both on Messenger, but I don't know what happened to it. It disappeared. I was on, so I don't know if Messenger went, and I'm surprised it's not feeding into it. I think it went off. Yeah, on my side, it's off. It's off. I think it's off. So I'm not sure what's going on your side. Yeah, it's off on my side. Oh, no, there you are. Oh, boy. Alright, I'm turning you off. You gotta go to live. How do I invite you? How do you come in there? I don't even know how to do this. Yeah, oh my gosh. I don't even know how I'm supposed to get you on there. I'm talking about doing live, and I can't even don't even know how the hell I'm gonna get you on there. So that means the audio if the audio is working, you are on still Messenger. Can you go live with Messenger? We can, right? I haven't done it in a while. You're a hot mess tonight. Well, what am I? Funny, very funny. Live chat, all messages are mobile. Okay, no messages. Alright. Uh, so I went to the gym today. Oh my god, and usually I'm not a really gym person, but there were some cute guys there, and a couple of them were looking at me, and I turned my head. I was like, "You know what? Maybe I should come to the gym and look for a guy." Not that I wouldn't look for them, but they're better than online dating. The whole point of online dating is boring the hell out of me. But when I went to the gym, I was like, "Okay, this is something new and interesting and different to do that I've never done before." Participant, yes. How do I get a participant? How do I get a participant? How does this work? I don't even know what the hell I'm doing. How does this work? Am I supposed to invite you? I should have actually looked at this beforehand. No, that's the TV or the children talking to somebody. I do not know what I'm doing here. I don't know. See me. Go to my channel and see if you could see me. I don't know what I'm doing here. I have no idea as to what the hell I'm doing here. I could just put it on Facebook Live and see if I could just do it at the same time too. see hearts, you send me hearts, you're such a nice person. Oh, you're so cool. So let's talk about exes. I'm gonna get off of this in a minute, but remember that little human being? What's the name to call him, you know? He was the one basically saying that yeah, they called him a tyrant in the group, tarot. They said that, what was happened? What did they say? Remember he said, "You were my only friend?" Remember, he goes, "That's the only friend you have." And you were like, "Well, that's okay, because quality is better than quantity." So why am I bringing him up? Because I was told that he was still in my aura. Can you see this? Can you hear yourself? You sent me hearts, but can you see this live? On so it's delayed. Mm, and what does that mean? Come on the other side on YouTube or come on mm. So this is crazy because I don't understand how in the world how am I supposed to be able to get you on here to do this live with me? I can't do a live with someone else? Well, we also have feed coming from Facebook on here and from the children with the TV. No, I need to get in bed early. I hardly ever get in bed early. But we could do this anyway. I'll see how it comes out. Select stream. Select sh go live. That is live. Refresh. So how do I get a person to come in here? Hold on a minute. Can you go to my site and see if you see me on there live? Can you go to my site and see if you see me on there live? Just not politically correct. It says select a stream. How do you select a stream? So only one person's viewing. That's you. Okay, so let me see. Get started. Dismiss. Get started. Learn how to master different lightning techniques, record high quality sound, and set up your scenes without spending a fortune. Okay, go to channel analytics. View options. Videos black blocks to some territories. Views. That's how they cover it. Titles. How do I invite myself? I guess I'm doing a live stream by myself then. Two L's. Politically. All right. I probably should do this on Facebook and then see if there's a way that I could download it later. Because you're not on here with me at all. I'm all by myself. It's so terrible. I'm always by myself. This is so horrible. Oh my gosh. Whatever. Alright, alright, alright. So did I tell you when I went over some of the videos that I did last year when I was doing it on, Facebook Live, that I was like when I went to play them, I was scaring my own self. I was like, "Damn, that girl is intense." It was so funny. I'm laughing at myself. I was like, "I'm kinda scared too." So it's like and somebody goes, I give whoever I said it to, "Now you understand what people talk about when they say you're kinda scary." But that's bullshit because the point is, I'm not even actually being my, um being my intense self. Some people have not even seen me be my intense self. Say that again, I'm sorry. What did you say? You know, when you go to just not politically correct. No, but what I'm saying, are you of course not, because I'll be I mean, intense. I was, like, pissed the hell off. I mean, pissed the hell off. And to me, that would be intimidating or intense or whatever. So if I'm not going to that level, that's what I say when people talk about trying to be intimidating. Y'all haven't seen me at all. People have not you may have to some degree, but people have not seen me at all. So it's like, just not put my site in capital, then you're not on the right site, just not politically correct. But there's 4 different words, you have to put a space in between each word. So basically, to me, it's a bit much. It's a bit much if someone's gonna say that, "Oh, she's not intense, intimidating. She's intimidating." I haven't even tried to intimidate someone, so how are you intimidated? You know what I mean? So, people are like wimps then. You're dealing with people, they're wimps. Hey, give me the phone, I'll put it in. But it's JUST space political, politically, POLITICALLY space correct, CORRECT space just not politically correct. So just it starts out with just not. I forgot the not. Just not politically correct. But anyway, I don't know how it's not because you're not putting it in correctly. But never mind. It's all good. It's just not politically correct. You're not putting it in properly. But you don't see the girl in the circle? Okay, but I'm telling you, if I put it in there, it would come up. Here, I'll send it to you. What comes up? You're not putting it in properly. So at any rate, but I'm saying in different aspects, have seen myself, and I know that I'm upset or angry or whatever, but I'm saying I'm like, wow, I I kind of like I did kind of like scare me, but it's me. So it's just like, oh, I don't know. Okay, I agree, but I'm saying people haven't even seen me at that. At what people calling I just sent it to you. If you go to your phone, I to on your phone. I sent it to your phone. How do you write it? When I do it through Google Voice, it should come. If you've gotten it, you should have gotten a text. Okay, but I understand it, but what I'm saying is I said, "Oh, wow, now I see what people mean," but that's BS because I'm not that intense in the moment. So, basically, if I walk up to someone just in general, people are like they're intimidated by me, but all I'm doing is being myself, and most African American people that I know of, and I've known well, that they have a certain type of edge. So if people so then you're not these are you're talking about we're talking about people that have never been around. They're not really around African American people. So if you're intimidated, that basically says that you're a biased person, that you don't really expose yourself to all of society. And if you're only interacting with children or people that are married to white people because, then that's it. That's all you're interacting with. So that's all they come across. Do you understand what I'm saying? I think it's a combination of everything. To see the live. I don't know how you look at Q. It could be Q. I don't know. But do you see me? Do you see me? Okay, I don't even know if this thing it should still be on. It says it was saying live. I'm trying to figure this thing out. and I don't know what I'm doing. Do you see me at all still, Kathy, with the live, or did it end? Now I gotta get back to where I can see me because I can't see me. But did you find it or not? You still haven't seen you still didn't go to my page, my channel. And you're not typing it in properly. I don't understand how that's happening. All right, I'll catch you some other time. It's too late then. I'm not gonna be live. And I've actually I can't even see myself right now. Oh, there it is. There I am. This is so pitiful. I don't even know how to do this. All I have to do is hit the other button. But bye. See ya. Have a good evening. So at any rate, I see myself once again. Um, so yeah, it does boil down to um, and I don't even know if this is a recording. You said you hear everything really weird, right? Well, that could be the Wi-Fi. I don't know how. I don't should. How are we supposed to get live with someone else? I don't understand this. Okay, it says share screen. So how would I share screen with you? So at any rate, I told you this um before. So you remember when we were going back years ago when we were in New Jersey, and I'm talking to the guy on the phone, and he was getting really nasty. He was really, really rude because he always presents himself as being this nice guy, and he was just being extremely, 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 extremely rude. You remember that experience, correct? Yeah, because you can't forget it. It was like he was really being very abusive, verbally abusive. And exactly, and then he'll try to make it seem like and the reason why I'm bringing it up is because at times it comes up in my when I'm trying to get a reading that the ex-boyfriend or him, this he comes up in my readings, and I'm at a point where I'm kinda tired, like, "Please get out of my space, please." I don't I can't you can't no one else new can really come through all that well, or even if they do, he tries to put some kinda interference in it. And remember I told you that he had said to me he asked me if I was seeing anyone. Remember that, right? Last and so I happened to tell him no, and his response was, "Imma make sure that you'll never be able to get together with anyone else again." You remember I told you that? And I told other female friends also, and they said that that guy sounds like he's a narcissist. He's a sounds like, a fatal attraction and things like that. And like I said, I wasn't really taking him seriously. I really didn't care. But when I've gotten some gone on some group it becomes a thing of like, "Oh, your ex seems to be in the situation, trying to be in the mix, and kinda like trying to block your accessibility to get involved with anyone else." So I was like, "Okay." And recently, which I have to show you the video that now if the only problem is if the television's what room are you in? Because it's really kinda loud, so it makes it harder to hear me. Well, can she turn the TV down? So it becomes a thing of here it is where this person's going to try to interfere. Mind you, a friend of mine, he tried to hook up with her. And not that I care, and I was telling her certain things that were going down where he was concerned, and she was said she was forewarned. She actually I was like, "Oh, so now you believe me." So she was almost like I forewarned her as to what to expect, even with his guy friend. And one of the readings the woman did, she said, this isn't a reading for everyone. This is only for a select few people or one person." And she was saying, "I see this guy, it's your ex, and great, what did she say? Childhood friend. The both of them are in your aura. You need to cleanse your aura." Are you still there? You need to cleanse your aura. And so she was saying that, they're, like, playing video games together. I don't know whether or not they're doing that, but it was just the camaraderie. And this is not the first time that I've been told you've gotta clean your aura. There's a lot of guys hanging out in your aura. So it becomes a thing of, like, when you do this YouTube channel, and I was encouraged to do it by a friend who worked at the Resorts World Casino, and his nickname is Casino. And he was saying, "No, go for it, go for it. You work out there, you definitely should go for it." So you leave yourself open to all these people coming in your space. And it's just like things that I never really thought, you know what I'm saying? And understanding, learning more, within the past 4 years, 5 years now, 4 or 5 years now, learning a lot about the spiritual realm. And it's just interesting, and the why make believe? Now you know, and you don't even know the guy, but you've been around when we've had conversations, even to the end when I called you up one time and I was pissed. And you've seen me, I think you've seen me, where I'm not a person when I'm angry, Imma hide it. It depends on the level of anger. Or if I'm sad or whatever, I try to be real about my emotions. So I don't have to put up a facade if I'm not really, you know what I'm saying? It's just I'm not fake. Imma be more real about who I am. So in the course of talking to him, he was really pissing me off, and I was about to call the cops at that one time. And I remember you had even said that if necessary, your father would come pick me up, come to the house. So exactly, 'cause I was pissed, I was seriously pissed, and it was getting towards the end of this relationship with this person, so I just wasn't there with it anymore, and it was like, this has always been an abusive relationship, a verbally abusive relationship, and towards the end, it became a physical abusive relationship, and I was raised when they say, "When love goes out the window, you go with it." So who's that, Eva? Guy, can you, like, give me a couple of Mm. Yes! That's funny. Which one of them? Yeah, but ask her to keep it down, just keep the television down. So just let her watch it, but just tell her keep it down. Down, little mm. Eva, can she hear me? Eva, people call me listen, bratty little girl, stop talking for a minute. I'm trying to speak. Now listen to me. People call me a weirdo. So own it. And I didn't say you were. I just said people call me a weirdo. I don't think I'm a weirdo either. Now that I like. I like being called an alien. I really do. Oh, Eva, talk and not don't whine. Please talk. Don't whine. Use your words properly. Don't whine. You're being a brat. So ask him to leave. Don't scream. Do you know the number on here is 213? That's my birthday, 213, and that's also my number. And it's and that So that didn't make sense. You know when my birthday is. Why am I telling you? It's the same day as yours. That's how I just forgot about that for I was talking to you, and it's so stupid because 'cause I'm like, "Do you see it's 2:13 here? Oh my god, I can't believe it. You have the same birthday. That makes no sense." That was really funny. But it's also it has a crown on top, the star there, and this little, like, wiggly, like, thing. But it's also supposed to be my kinda, like, reinforcement, what do you wanna call it? Validation, as far as for certain things I want coming to pass, and it's sitting right in front of me. It took me a while to realize it. That's pretty damn cool. I want mommy too! So, Brandon, listen, Brandon, can you hear me? I'll bring you a present when I come on Saturday if you leave the room so Viva can calm down already. So for 15 minutes, I have these Easter egg little carriers. What else do I have? I have these squishy balls. One looks like an alien, really cute little yellow. You're whining. I told you I don't like whining. I don't have time for whining. Right here. Exactly. So you don't want the authorities to come to have to take care of you now. Do you, Brandon? Or Eva? I figured. Little bratty girl. Eva, Imma play this back to you. Imma show you how you were on the internet and everybody could see you. Instead of them seeing this pretty little girl that I saw this weekend when she had the nice outfit on, they're gonna hear this little bratty child. Who does she want? She wants who? No, girl, you whining. I can't stand whining. Don't whine. Use your words already. Then I wanna start whining. And then we're all gonna be whining. We're all just whining instead of talking to each other. We're whining. So, Brandon, are you leaving the room or not? I told you, I have 2 things for you. Give me, like, 10 minutes. Are you listening to me? Brandon, you didn't answer me. I asked you a question. Put the TV lower, so that's good. So, basically, you understand my point. So, there here this guy is showing up in my aura. Why is he in my presence, my aura, my space, my whatever, that he's always coming through in readings, and it's being said, "You're extra, extra, extra," and they don't make positive comments about him at all, not in the very least. Eva, I'm telling you, the entire America, the entire world can see you like this. You don't want them to see your beautiful, pretty self? You want them to see this little person just making noise and just screaming for no reason at all? She wants what? Well, if she be quiet and stop whining already, I'll bring it. I have plenty. But you can't keep just making noise just to make noise. So can I talk now without all the noise? So we're trying to have an adult conversation and there's little bratty kids in the room. What sense does that make? Well, good for you. I'm glad you enjoyed yourself. Well, good for you. And where was this at? Where did you go? To New Jersey? Cool. Very cool. I was supposed to go to the beach with a friend, but she's like, "I got too fat. I gained weight. I'm too fat. I don't wanna go to the beach. I gotta lose 8 pounds before I go." I'm like, "Alright, I don't care if we don't go at all, but it's all good for me. Either way, beach is beach." That's what she said. She every has a specific amount. So I'm like, "Okay, whatever." She's still whining. She'll get one, but stop whining. Imma leave you though, but Imma leave. You're making things difficult. And then we're here 3 minutes right now, and 15 minutes has been Eva having a tantrum. Eva having a tantrum. Actually, you're still on my Facebook, so let me see if I find you on Facebook having a tantrum. There, I see you guys. Yep, I see you guys. Yupper, 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 you're still there. I don't know if this thing is recorded well at all, but I guess I'll find out later when I take this off. Oh my gosh, Facebook has this thing that they keep popping up people. Oh my god, and one of the guys I haven't seen this guy in years. It's been years since I last saw him. Years. And the funny part about it is they'll be and they're saying that these people are, like some of them use dummy accounts to look at your channel. Other people, they keep their regular account. But it goes to the story when I told you I had an experience with a guy in the beginning of the day, an experience with a different guy in the end of the day, in 2 different parts of New York. So, when someone is saying to you at 10:15 at night, "I don't have any friends, I don't have any friends," I really wanted to say, "Well, what kind of friends are you" not that I cared, but "What kind of friends are you looking for at 10 o'clock at night?" That doesn't sound like something that, come on now. It's like, are you kidding me? And I really wanted to tell the person that, "What kind of friends you looking for at 10 o'clock at night?" So, just this weirdness of, like, guys that seem to come up and talk to me lately. And I told you there was a series of short people, all these short guys. So this particular individual was taller, but they were younger and, not very mature in the sense of, oh, I don't know how to say it. I think he was in his 30s. He probably looked like he might have even been in his late 20s. But, when I walked into the gas station, he says to attendant, "I'll be outside. I'm gonna be right outside there." And I really had a feeling he was talking to me, not to the attendant, but I didn't care. So when I walk back outside, I'm going to the car and then to put gas in it, and I hear this person talking to me. So I was like, "What are you saying?" So each I continued to walk to the car. I did not stop. I went to do just what I was doing, getting gas. 5 times he repeated himself, and I'm saying, "I don't mean to be cruel or unkind, but I can't hear you." And I don't know if he was trying to, like, talk in this, like, sexy voice or whatever, but it just wasn't working, and I really wasn't interested, and I couldn't decipher what the hell he was saying at all. So I'm pumping gas, and I'm looking around just to see who's around. I saw there was a car that pulled up across from me, and then I was having trouble trying to get the gas, uh, thing to work, so the attendant comes outside and he comes to help me. So it wasn't necessary, I would have figured it out because sometimes it doesn't work. So this guy is still kind of like trying to talk to me at the same time. The attendant did what he did and he went back inside. So he says that, where are you from? And I'm like, not from around here, but basically, I just happen to be here now at this point in time, staying up here at right now. So then in some form, some way or fashion, I asked him where he, not, I think he asked me where I lived. And then I said to him, "Well, where are you from?" He goes, "Where are you from?" So I'm like, "Wait a minute, why am I in exchange with this person just to try to be nice to them while I'm pumping gas, trying to get out of there because I wasn't sticking around after I finished, nor did I stop what I was doing at any time." So his thing is coming off with he's getting defensive. So he tells me, "I don't have any friends." And I'm looking at him like, "Okay." And I even said that, and he goes, "I don't have any friends at all." I was like, "Well, go to a bar, go to a club, go to a comedy show." "I don't go to bars, I don't go to clubs." "Well, I can't help you out, because you gotta find some place if you don't have friends." So he repeats himself again that he doesn't have any friends, and I'm standing there with my hands up and my shoulders up like, "Well, what the hell?" I mean, like, what does this have to do with me? So then he says something like, he lives in this area, he doesn't know anyone, and again, my thing is, "Well, what do you want me to do?" So finally, I said to him, as he continues to talk to me, "Well, I'm seeing someone." And, he throws his hands up and turns around and walks away. And I just got into the car and drove off. So then I'm telling my cousin this story. I'm like, "Why did I say that in the beginning?" He goes, "Yeah, you could have saved yourself a whole lot." I'm like, What the hell was this conversation about?" So I'm like, "But wait a minute. Well, I'm trying to be nice to someone, and I'm not trying to be rude, but at the same time, who says to someone, what, that I don't have any friends at 10:15 at night? That wouldn't you think what type of friends you looking for? Because it's like, what do you expect? I mean, like, that makes no sense at all. So I thought that was a bit much. But I will give him the benefit of the doubt, at least having the courage to come up and, like, try to talk to someone, try to ask them out, because a lot of the guys won't do that, and that, I mean, like, even some of these people stalking my page rather than my channel, or rather than them just come on and ask you out already, what, you know what I'm saying? Just have the courage, like, get to know somebody or whatever, don't assume. But, the exes, there's no way in hell, no way in hell, I wouldn't do it, definitely not, and definitely not with the one that we were talking about, because he was really verbally abusive. It was always a verbally abusive, relationship, verbally, mentally, spiritually. I told you the time when he called me obese? And he would just be rude, he was just a nasty person. And then one time he's called like, "You're supposed to be complimenting my ass, the next time you put me down, like, you got a fat ass." Well, what is it? Fat because it's cool or fat because it's fat? I mean, just the things that he would do, and I've talked to you about this numerous times. Numerous times. Even other females have said to me, "You're gonna get to a point where you're not gonna want any more to do with that individual, and you'll stay there till you are just totally fed up," and I did just that. And, like, I was like, "I'm done. I am done. I have to move out of a house, and you can't help me move? I'm done." And then I also told you where he would talk dog me with other women, his ex-girlfriends? You remember that, and I told you I had the text messages from his phone, because the one night he left and the phone kept ringing, 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 and you left it where I had access to get inside of it, and once I saw my name, I was like, "What?" And only thing he concentrated on was, "Why would you look at my phone? I'm really upset. I can't believe you did that." I was like, "Dude, I'm not feeling bad about this at all. How long have I known you? Have I ever done this before? No. But at this point in time, I don't give a shit anymore. I don't give a damn. I could care less." And this chick is gonna be, like, dogging me left and right, and you're joining in with them? Oh, hell no. Why would I wanna get back together with somebody like that? Why? Why would I wanna be bothered? This individual literally dogged me. You're dogging me with someone else, making rude comments, like she called me Broomhilda. She called me a witch. She called me a bitch. I mean, like, listen, this wasn't necessary. You want the man? Come take him. And I said, hey, you can come up here from Georgia and take his ass back down there with you. Please, I'm not fighting over this guy. Oh, hell to the no. I'm trying to get out of my base, he does. It's not even so much, and that's one of the things this woman said, and they've said it before, "You've gotta let this situation go." But the thing about it is I don't find him to be gross, but all the things that have happened since he's been out. A woman's gonna tell me that he's attached to me, that he's an attachment to me, that's number 1. That's number 1. Number 2, you're remember I told you I said that the guy in the dream state, it was partially real, partially a dream, that he tried to kiss me on the back of my neck, and I literally could feel him on the back of my neck? I told you the story, yes? Okay, and then from there that he's laying on top of me trying to put himself inside of me, like basically rape me. Literally, you might as well call it that, spiritual rape. Then the third thing is that he's still in my space. How do you get rid of somebody like that? I mean, seriously, do you find me but I did cord cutting ceremony before, I really did. But then they also one person said they made a deal with the devil to do with half the shit he's doing. The other woman said to you, she told me recently when she said the ex-boyfriend and your childhood friend, my former childhood friend, that basically as far as forgetting certain, what do you call it, crystals and whatnot to use. And so I don't wanna be obsessed with him. When I said I was disgusted and I was done, did you not believe me? No, but I actually there is a guy that I liked, and it's funny too because I'm basically saying to the individual, "Come, hang out with me," and instead this asshole's trying to walk in, and I'm like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" He would be the last person I would be thinking about. I mean, the very last one, and that's the God's honest truth. Why do I need to lie? I'm disgusted by the guy, and I told you this beforehand. So, life, that's what they said, exactly. Okay, but I talk about somebody else, and you've heard me talk about that somebody else, and I've talked about that somebody else to plenty of my cousins and friends and things. So basically, why is it the certain same type of life is not you know what I'm saying? So I talk about him all the time. I mean, like all the time. That could be why what? Well, he's not like the fool because he's not an asshole and he's a decent guy. But basically, he is someone that's in my space. She said there's quite a few people in your space, and he's one of them. He's the only one that I want in my space, if anything. But at any rate, but it becomes a thing. And tell you the truth, one of the friends, this guy's friends, I had a dream about the guy. And I'm like, "Oh my god." And then the woman that's when I said one of the women said, "You have to protect your aura. You got too many people in there." And they're all people like just basically sucking your energy. And it becomes a thing of literally dreaming about this guy, one of his friends. Then the next day, the guy's son contacts me because he needed help with the poem or a song. And then from there, 2 days later, I'm seeing him pass across my Facebook page as far as for a friend suggestion. I was like, "Now this shit is crazy." That's why I said another ex guy who, and when I say ex, people you've kissed, you've hung out with, or whatever, you dated. That's what I'm talking about, ex. So it becomes a thing of, okay, and even an ex-boyfriend's brother came up across my page, and it becomes a thing of now their faces are right there as if they're not on my friends when they're not on my friends list, but they're there the way Facebook does it now. I don't know because if they've like tried to see my channel or something, but for some reason I haven't looked them up. That they're there, that as if in the list of as if they were my friends. Do you understand what I'm saying? So when she was saying all these people are in your aura, they're in your space, I'm like, okay, this shit is crazy. So I did start getting to the point where I was trying to protect it more and close it up more, where it's and then it came up on the one of the reads, the woman saying, "Oh, you finally, closed your aura some. You finally made things where people are less accessible to people." So so then people are gonna start coming in my dreams. And this is getting to be a little like I need to talk to somebody. Because even one of the administrators at the school that I was working at had nerve twice to pop up in that space. And then someone called it the astral plane. I'm gonna have to start doing some more research because I'm like, this shit bit fucking much. And I was like, oh hell no. We are not just having every Tom, Dick, and Harry and every Tom who has a hairy dick, as my saying goes, is gonna keep walking up in my space here. And I'm in I don't want to meet you on any other plane. It's bad enough seeing you in the physical plane. Why do I want to meet you in a spiritual plane? It's like, what is up with this? When I told one woman that I know when I saw her that I was actually doing a cord cutting. She goes, "Why would you do that? Why wouldn't I do that?" She's the only person that said that. Everybody else says, "Yes, cut the cord and get rid of them." And I have done that before. That's the thing about it. I have done it before. And I even told you, remember on my birthday, the guy that I like, I said, I'm even going to push him out. All it did was change the energy. And I was like, if he's not going to come to me, then why? I don't want him. It's just a thing of because it's too much. It's too much picking up on someone else's emotions and feelings. And it's a bit much. Do you understand? You remember we had this conversation and it was intense. I was like crying. I was like totally devastated. 2 different occasions I was calling you up because I was a mess. Absolute, complete, and total mess. But it just, but when I was talking to the woman, when I saw her at the chiropractor's office, she was saying to me, she saw a guy over this side of my shoulder, and I was telling her about him. No, no, no. And the other guy that I felt was over this side of my shoulder, I was saying that's the person I'm talking about. This person you're seeing, I think is my ex. So she was saying, well, he has this you're mine, and no one else is going to have you, mine type of personality. And she said, you have to do some serious praying to God to get rid of somebody like that. And the thing about it and then there came, but it's just, and then and then it came up that he was long before I realized that he was like a succubus attached to me. Because who would think that people living people could be attached to you? Who the hell would think that? So that it became a thing of that. It's just really crazy. And the woman said she did, like I said recently, when she was talking about the childhood friend and the ex boyfriend, you have to get certain crystals. But I did tell you that time when I felt he was choking me in the car, correct? Exactly, and these strange experiences, and I'm like, and then these people will say, "Your ex-boyfriend, he hates you. He's trying to make it seem like he loves you, but he really hates you because he's jealous of you, and he doesn't like it that you left him and you didn't turn around not once and have anything more to do with him. So he sends a lot of hate and evil thoughts and things to you." And it's maybe, but I have to figure it out because I'm trying to like I said, the past 5 years, certain things happen in the spiritual world. I know it sounds crazy, but thank God for friends like you and a few other friends that they don't put negativity out there when I tell them these crazy stories. Because I've told you in depth, I've told them in depth. And even to the friend, the ex-boyfriend tried hitting on her, talking about you're mine, and it's already a done. And she said she was getting creeped out. And the other the friend, she was saying that I had forewarned her by telling her about this. I said, "Oh, now you believe me. Now somebody believes what I'm saying. Like I'm not making this shit up." But She was like, "Nah," she goes, "I can't be bothered with them anymore because it was just a little too creepy. Some guy, you're mine, you're mine." No, dear, I'm not yours and I never was. So do I wanna be talking about him? One reason I'm doing this is because he's a person who he likes to front that he's a good person, and no, he's really not. And I finally got that validation when the tarot card reads where people were coming up saying, "Nope, this guy, don't even be careful even if you're even around him." And I told him I wasn't worried about it, but, I excuse me, I wasn't in any way, shape, or form worried about it, but he used to always call me fatal attraction. He's the one turning out to be fatal attraction. 2 2 and just speaking about it and not being and because I've got it out there and this is live and once I edit it and it's out there, I'm walking away, definitely walking away because I'm not going to allow somebody that has no power that they can stop something that's supposed to be mine from God, a gift from God. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you seriously fucking kidding me? Hell no. So, yeah, really, because it's like, and I don't. How much do you have you heard me talk about him? I mean, it's more like I think it's more when I'm hearing in the tarot card read in a reading, it says you're X, you're X, you're X, and it's just the thing of one guy said, if you're not interested in your ex, you shouldn't be listening to any of these readings. And I'm not. I wasn't. But when it got to a point where certain things that they said, then I was saying, okay, let me just listen and hear what they have to say. So it becomes a thing of no, I'm not interested in the person. I'm not interested in the person at all. And even to the point when we things got to be a physically abusive, which I never thought I'd ever have a physically abusive relationship with any guy and any time in my life, was when I told you shit was going down before. And he pushed his phone on me and I took the phone and I threw it. And after I threw the phone, he pushed me into the wall. And that was the beginning of an physically abusive relationship. And I told you all the times where shit had gone down and how I reacted to it when crap was going on. And I'll own it. I'll own it. You know me, like, why would I lie about something that happened? So he tried to make it seem like I was the bad person in the party, but no, honey, you started this shit. I didn't. I never put my hands on him prior to that experience. And I knew then, and I'd said that to you, that things were over between us. They were done. Anytime anything becomes physical, oh, hell no. There's no way I'm going to stay with somebody who gets this has ended up being a physical thing between the two of us where it could lead to, and I know I don't want to say hate, but that and I told you this before, I was a level at myself that I didn't like. You know what I'm saying? And you know me that if I'm pissed off, I was like, I don't give a shit. I don't give a damn. So what? But if I really feel it, I'm going to own how I feel that I should be a better person than this, that I don't want to go down to this lower level of consciousness. You understand exactly what I'm saying. So, and I told you, I had said, if you remember me saying to you this, that I was just had some horrible human being that, and I really seriously wanted to do this person harm. And I just backed off. I seriously backed off because you're in my house and you're going to come into my home and you're going to treat me badly and think that you have a right to run this home. This my mother created this home. He didn't. You didn't. What did you bring to the table? Seriously, what the hell did you bring to the table? Absolutely nothing. Exactly, in chaos. So why would I and a whole bunch of other personalities and people. He like I used to say to him, you got kids attached to your dick. You got men attached to your dick. You got women attached to your dick. You got too many people that need to take care of you and they're attached to your dick. And after a while, this is like, okay, I'm getting fed up with this. I've beat myself up enough. I paid off too much karma and I don't want to do it anymore. And there were friends that even said that to me. You've been through hell and back with this dude. You don't even deserve all the abuse that you've went through from him and other people that they're going to get in a mix. And when this first started, I was 30 years old. At 15, I could have a child. And my 15-year-old child could have a child. So that means 15 and 15 is 30. And at 30, I could be a grandparent. Why the fuck is a community of people going to shame me for something that I've done and I'm stupid enough to allow them to do it? And I'm a grown ass adult old enough to be a grandparent? Am I making sense? So why would I allow myself to be beat down and brutalized? Why? Because my mother was a woman who at 25 had a child, 3 twin girls who were preemie babies, and then later on at 28 had me, and each time she was kicked out of a temple environment because she had children out of wedlock. And then what was she like? 28, 29, 30, 31. She was 31 when she had my brother. So who shames a 25, 28, 30-year-old woman in society that makes sense? Can you help me out in figuring that out? 'Cause this whole abortion thing, they don't think women have right to the if God gives them the right to do it, who the hell is somebody else to tell them they can't do it, you know what I'm saying? To justify what the hell they're doing. Exactly, exactly, that's a good word, that is such a good word. Well, it was actually led by a woman, to be exact, it was actually led by so it was during the time where people are just coming out of slavery, and, it's a long story, it's a very intricate story, but my mother allowed us to be and you're not supposed to blame your parents, but my mother allowed us to be raised to grow up in abusive environments. When I went to school, it was dealing with white people calling me a nigger, "Oh, my nose, your nostrils," and, different things like that, the color of your skin and whatnot, what have you, and just a horror show and just and when we did Black Lives Matter, one young man was talking about how he was taken down in the basement of the school and beat up. And there was another guy that said that, and actually to some degree I didn't quite believe him. But there was another man who's much older than me, and he was saying yes, that he started talking about, "They we were taken out in the basement and we were beat up. You're a girl, you can't understand it. You can't understand it." Yes, I can. And there was Oprah Winfrey who had said one time that verbal abuse is worse than physical abuse because when you verbally abuse, you have nothing to show for it. When you're physically abused, there's something you can show for it. So, not making one worse than the other, but there was a point being made. So, I was raised in abusive environments. So, when you're and you know this, when you're getting if a woman is going into situations where there's a form of abuse, and I'm not knocking men because I know men who they're with women that are like tyrants, women that are narcissists, women that are controlling of them. And everyone has to break out of some situation, whether it's their parent or their wife, their girlfriend, their whatever, their sibling, whatever. So you have to find yourself and move forward. So to some degree, so basically in even in the secular environment, I call it secular environment, it was a temple, not a church. So people are unkind and rude to you. I was different. I wasn't like everybody else. I stood out. I was heavy set at that time, still curvy, but heavy set. Um some of my ugly duckling stages, when I'm saying looks wise, but I've blossomed so many times. Um but it's just a thing. So people, and because you didn't have any real family, a lot of blood relatives, and people that would be there for you, it was easy for people to treat you badly and get away with it. Nobody cared. Who the fuck cared? Nobody cared. So I'm not looking for sympathy, but one of the reasons why I'm bringing it up, and that becomes the thing of you've heard of things where women and even men tell their story, whether they've written a book, they had a movie of it, but when they're repeating it and repeating it and repeating it because 'cause they're telling their story, and they're doing it to help other people grow? Does it become where you're like giving that person your power, or you're actually taking it back? Because you're embarrassing a narcissist. You're embarrassing a person that's not as good as they try to come off to be. You're embarrassing someone to show that there are people out there that they can see that you're not a good person at all. You're not, that this individual that puts on this face when they're in front of people. When he was helping me the one day to move, oh, he was such a great guy, so nice and whatever. He was a fucking asshole as soon as people walked out the door, and he was nasty to me and back to his usual self. I put up with it to a degree because the person helped me move. But like I said to him, I won't ever speak to you, and I are done. There will be no conversation. There will be no friendship. There will be, and I meant it, and he didn't believe me. And it was a thing, oh, he thought you were gonna chase after him. You're gonna get your friends to try to get in touch with me. Oh, hell no. Hell to the no. And another woman said when I met her playing pickleball that women at times were too, it's like we should be ashamed to talk about how we were treated, how the things that happened to us. And it is kind of sad. And I remember feeling shameful that even that experience that I told you where the guy was trying to feel me up, part of me when I'm trying to like when I tell this story, I should feel shame because he's this or he's that or he's done this or he's done that. Why should I feel shame? If you're a family friend and we're literally almost related, we're telling people we're related, why the hell would you be trying to stick your hand down my pants and we're sitting in a car? Because you're playing games. And you can't blame alcohol either because these people drink all the time. Drunk. When are they not drunk? When are they not drinking? And it's becoming, they're not even drunk. They're just drinking. They drink, they drink, they drink. So it becomes a part of who they are. Now, the one that I was with, he couldn't handle his liquor. So he would shit on himself. He would just gross things. I mean, like, and I don't even feel like going through it because it's embarrassing that you even had the experience. And for a part of me that I almost want to say I was that low that I would put myself in a situation to be with the person that was that low. So it becomes a thing of someone saying you don't have to, people can't shame you for what you've experienced, and you don't need to shame yourself, or nor do you need to be feel bad about it. So I talk about it to get it out, to say I can release it. It can be used to help someone else. And when I've heard readings more than once saying that God means for you to share your story, what does that mean? Am I only supposed to share the pretty of, oh, I lost 100 pounds? I didn't lose 100 pounds, but I lost all this weight, and oh my God, and I just look so pretty and beautiful, and all these guys are attracted to me. Fuck that. The point of basically saying that no, I've gone through some shit in my life, and part of that weight was protecting myself from the abuse that I had to go through, the harm that was done to me, that the when someone tried to molest me, that who was there for me? Nobody. And who really gives a shit? Because people will say to me, well, why do you need someone to have your back? Well, why do you have someone that has your back? Why can't I? And so it becomes a thing of, I'm not crying over the story. When I used to tell this story, some of these stories, I was crying. I'm not crying anymore. And I told you, like, what was it, a month ago, when I was in front of people and I just broke down, like, oh my God, I was so tired. I only had 3 hours worth of sleep, but I'm emotional when I'm tired. Oh my God, it's crazy. So it was a safe environment that I could just, people used to like, she's emotional, or, some of the people made them want to cry. But it's a thing of, I'm not trying to evoke this person again. I'm trying to do the opposite. Because when I used to try to talk about it and put it out there, I'd get a headache because he was there to try to stop me from putting it out there. That this person is still trying to feed off my energy and still trying to steal my life force. And I'm not having it. Fuck around with all the mother chickadees you with and leave me alone. Get the FUCK out of my life and don't come back. And this is one hell of an experience, because anytime you're saying goodbye to someone and they're still there in your space, still hanging on and latching onto you, that is fucking disgusting. Say that again? I don't know. I guess so. I guess so. But at any rate, my point is, it's not something to empower the other person. It is empowering me. And you could either leave my space, or I'm gonna start calling your name out because I'm tired of this shit. Be like, go away already. I want someone new in my life. If I'm gonna do this shit, I want someone new in my life. At this point in time, I expected that I would be in a relationship that I could love someone and be loved back, and an equality. I just wanted to be happy. I wanted to be able to love and love freely for once. Be my authentic self and not hold back in every experience in life. I usually am holding back. I don't want to hold back anymore. I don't want to. Oh, well, no one's really got that side of me ever in life. Are you kidding me? I've always held back. I mean, like, they were jerks. I mean, the Oracle is the Oracle. The Oracle said that this is not going to be a good relationship. And you're going to have hell to pay. You're not going to be happy. They're not the one for anything, anything. And sure enough, and I remember a woman saying that when she touched people, she was a medium, and she said when she touched people, she could see everything that was going to happen with the person, and she still went through it anyway. This time around, I saw beauty. There was beauty, and I didn't even need to all the other things. I had to kiss a guy to be for the oracle to come through. I had to have a dream about a guy for the oracle to come through. This time around, there was no physical contact, and still I got the message, and nothing has happened. I'm just like, what the hell, Lord? What the hell already? But whatever. So it's funny when they say that these women were saying, well, you were dating yourself. And I was like, yep, all these years I've been dating myself. I've been loving myself. I've been loving myself. So, oh, hell yeah. And loving your own self. Forget some stupid ass guy. Oh, hell yeah. Loving yourself. That's beautiful. And I've been doing that for the past 4 years. And then it's come up, well, if there isn't anyone there, you're going to do it by yourself. And that's what I've been doing most of my life. And another one that I want to say that the ex tyrant and his friends, their thing to me each and every time was, and I'm going to do it in my song, you ain't got no man, you ain't got no friends, you ain't got nobody, nobody's got your back. Nobody's got your back. That's my song. I got to turn that. I just need the other words and put that into a cute little song. But you remember me telling you that too, where he was like, well, she's your only friend. And you're going to sit there arguing with me? Are you seriously? Hello? And you remember what you said. Yeah, quality is better than quantity. But yeah, his several of his friends, they will always play mind games with you. That's why I said these were verbally abusive, mentally, spiritually, what is it? What is it? Mentally also meant to mentally, physically, mentally, spiritually, and verbally abusive relationships. And it's just like all these people, I don't even deal with them. I don't even deal with them anymore. I have absolutely nothing. Once you grow out of it, that's why I said you're being forced into environments. My mother wouldn't really let us have friends except for a group of people. And that was it. And it wasn't nice. It wasn't kind. It wasn't loving environments in any way, shape, or form. So you're going to allow people to treat you badly? And oh, nobody likes you anyway. And it's remember I told you he used to say shit like that too. And it's just like, and it wasn't that I was just that stupid. It was just like, you know what? One day this shit is gonna be over with, but it's gotta hurt, and it's gotta hurt real bad. Cause I ain't ever going back. Not in this lifetime or another. Oh, hell to the MF no. No way in God's creation. No. No, for that matter, the devil's creation. No. No, 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 no. And I remember with women telling me that she's like, I've been there, but you're gonna go through it, and once you're done, you're gonna be done. But at any rate, so it is what it is. So I don't know if my ghost is gonna come back to me or not. But either way, I have to, what is it, carry on. Essentially. That's without a shadow of a doubt, essentially. So, like the woman said, hey, God means for you to tell your story. So that's what I'm looking at to be that way. But once I edit this video, because it's still alive, so anybody can come and see it. But I'm just not keeping up with this anymore. And hopefully, this person will leave my space, leave my environment. Don't come back. Get out. Get out. And it's horrible when you deal with men that they kiss and tell, and their friends are gonna walk up to you to tell you how the guy said what the guy said about you. That's so non-classy. And you, so many people who, why the hell do you care who I'm sleeping with? What the hell do you care for? It don't concern you. It ain't your dick. So what do you care about somebody else's? That's why I said anytime you got that many people on your dick, this is disgusting. There's just too many people in the bed. Too many people in the room. Too many people in the drawers. Ugh. But this person's got to go. It's got to go. And all the little friends. Ugh. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. But at any rate, so I appreciate you listening, being my lovely counselor that I could bounce the things off. And I don't have to deal with the sick psychosis of the actual counselors. People are supposed to be counselors. I remember when I went to the one counselor, she stopped me in the middle and she goes, you want to color? You want to color? And I'm like, no, I don't. I only color with children, little kids that I when I'm working with them or hanging out with them or whatever. So she was like, I said, I'm more of like a person I would sculpt or build or paint. She goes, well, I have some clay we could use next time you come. So I said, great, that would be wonderful. We can work with clay if you want to, like art therapy. That would be perfect. I've even done a job like that before. Come back to the woman to a week or two later. And as I'm talking and telling her my story, she interrupts, you want to color? You want to color? And I'm like, no, I only do that with little kids. And then I said, what happened to the clay? Oh, she had some story or whatever. I was like, I will not go back to this woman again because you're going to interrupt me while I'm telling you my story and you're going to ask me if I want to color. What do I look like? I'm 5. I mean, seriously now. Hello? Uh, yeah, serious. I mean, and then there was another person I went to. We're talking about a counselor. And she said, well, what do you want to work on? And I told her, these are the goals I want to work on. If you can help me out with these goals. So next time I meet you, are you supposed to remember to tell the counselor what you need? Or are they supposed to say, hey, last time we met, you said that you wanted to work on goals. So let's talk about what goals you want to work on. And let's see, do I have the wrong idea or what? I don't think so either. I didn't even remind her. I'm like, again, won't be coming back. Then there was this Jewish guy. And then I said something about religion, the Bible, Hebrewism, or whatever. He got really pissed. I have a tendency, I piss the hell out of people. But I'm used to that. And then, then one woman said to me, or they've said it before, you disturb people's demons. So I disturbed that man's demons. And he was really angry. And I just maneuvered myself out of it. And I'm like, won't be back. Anytime. Come on now. Come on now. I mean, like it, and that was another thing in tarot card reads that it was like, you've healed your own self. You've done a lot of work and you healed your own self. You can't give credit to other people for healing your healing. You can only do it between you and God. And that was it. And for sure, because them fucking people were crazy. Seriously, seriously crazy. Because anytime, hello, this is counseling. I can do better by myself. I look in my mirror. Me, myself, and I. The Holy Spirit, God, and what is it? What is the other one? The Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. So me, myself, and I, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, the six of us, we worked it out. We worked it out. Let me tell you, in that mirror, going to counselors. I've been keeping a few times, like, because of all this, like, oh, I don't know, spiritual stuff. I'm like, who do I talk to about this that gets it? I got to go to one. There was one witches event that I went to, and I'm not sure if they've had it yet. And I got to get in contact with them because it was some usefulness there. You know what I'm saying? The people were witches and warlocks and whatever, and there was some usefulness there. But going to everyday common people, it just doesn't work. It don't work for me, and I know I'm going to be agitated and annoyed that I wasted my time with these people. You keep running people over with your car. You gotta stop doing that. You keep talking about that, and I thought I was bad, and I thought I was bad. Seriously. Nah. Call Kathy up. She'll run 'em over for you. You ain't even a mafia. You ain't even Italian, girl. I'm telling you, for sure, without a shadow of a doubt, I'm telling you. I gotta agree with that guy. I'd be like, "Listen, dude, you don't know. I could pour a like, like, who is it? Tyler Perry talks about taking a pan of grease, bang you over the head with a pan." I was like, "Nah," but I don't wanna come up. I definitely sound like people could be like, "Yo, is she crazy? That girl, she's intimidating. I gotta stop doing this, especially if I wanna be able to get a guy." Oh my god, this sounds so funny. Oh, Lord have mercy upon my soul. I'm talking about this stuff, people gonna be like, "Yo, she's too scary." Oh, this is so funny. It's actually no, this ain't screws loose. This is, like, really wanna talk about, like, if it's like, if you only knew what my mind was thinking about you. I'm talking about the ones I can't stand and don't wanna be bothered with. If you only knew. Seriously, it's seriously, let me stop. I keep saying actually, I actually sat down and I did pray to God, and when at the time when the succubus was choking me, and I woke up being choked, feeling someone's hands around my neck, and, I was like, "Lord, you know what? I ain't letting this happen to me no more. Nah, 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 nah." I said, "That bitch come to me again, I'm burning his face off. I will burn his face off." It never came to me like that again. I mean, seriously. So I think, self-defense, burn your damn face off. But it's just but you're funny because you just come right out and say it. I'll just think it. And then at times, unless people piss me off, then I'll tell them. Because I said to one man when he was harassing me, I was like, "You still alive? God and the devil haven't taken your ass out yet?" My cousin said to me, she goes, "You actually said that to him?" Yeah, I actually said that to him. The man was chasing me around. I went out one door, there he is on the other side of the door, still bothering me. "You're bullying me. You're badgering me." Hell yeah, I said that to him. Because I'm like, pretty soon, I'm praying to God or the devil gonna kick you right up your ass. And honey, you gonna pay, and you gonna pay dearly. So when I'm in one of those moods where people have been pissing me off, hell yeah, I've said that to people. I've been called a witch before. Nah, nah, nah. I don't want to do anything on the sly. I want to look you in your face and tell you exactly what I'm doing. I ain't gonna do it on the sly. I ain't that type of female. I want your ass to know what I want. What? Nah, nah. You see what life? You see what men have done to us? This is horrible. This is terrible. Or done to us. No, they haven't done anything to us. They were just being men. You see what we got fed up with? That was happening in our environment. So yeah, I guess I'm just scary. This is terrible. And I'm putting this on the internet, but I was like, nah, I gotta talk about this. Whether a guy likes me or doesn't like me, I can't let that stop. Because at the end of the day, I gotta be happy with me. Who cares about some guy? But at any rate, it is what it is. But it's interesting how men feel that they could treat you a certain way because you don't have a guy or you don't have a protector. But as a woman, in a modern day woman, we don't necessarily need one. It's nice to have one, it really is. But, I like to be able to stand up for myself, and I came from a line of strong women where there were no men there either. No men there, no man that actually gave a damn either. But any guy that thinks that he was a good guy in my life, and I could point out the things like that that you did, why would I wanna get back together with you? Why would I ever want to get back together with you? They keep saying, "Oh, yeah, the guy is coming, and he wants, you to forgive him because he's changed." Bullshit. No way in hell. He was abusive, mentally, physically, spiritually, and physically came at the end. No. No. Do not come back. Please don't come back. Don't ever even try. And stay the hell up out of my dreams. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. For sure. Because I'm going to be burning someone's ass up if you come uninvited and there's only one person I was allowing in my space. But at any rate, enough of that. So I think I've made my point. I think I've made my point. So, what are the children doing now? I figured. And little man? So he did leave, so I owe him 2 presents then, right? 2 gifts? Okay. What did you bring for me? What'd you bring for me? Where's my toy? Where's my toy? Yeah, I'll give it to him, that's fine. I usually buy them little knickknacks for them. And they do listen, you know that when I'm around anyway. Because she's a tyrant. She's a little tyrant. Mhm. And she starts acting up. Yeah, definitely, without a doubt. Without a doubt. Now when did Brandon go? Okay. Well, that's cool. And he did well. He was well behaved? Okay. Well, that's cool, definitely cool. Cool. Very cool. So this is delayed. 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 So I can hear me, but I can't hear you. So I think through this whole thing, it might actually be just me and not you. Yeah, so people exactly. So I gotta see how it's gonna look when people see me having a conversation and the person's not there. So Imma have to put some kind of note down that I could not figure out how to put Like, I'm truly crazy, and people can be, like, truly intimidated. She has she has conversations with herself. She really is crazy. She's not normal. That was one of the things that came up. She's not normal. It's like, what the hell? Why are you describing me? Peculiar laugh, her peculiar laugh. Words like peculiar, not normal, intimidating. And then the woman goes, well, even she doesn't consider herself to be a human. She or considers herself to be kind of different, like an alien. Oh my God, people. Ew, and why am I on this planet Earth? Ew, gross, ew. Oh, humanity. Ugh, ugh, whatever. So at least I have you, my fellow Aquarius. You call yourself a alien. At any rate, so this is funny, truly funny. But this is gonna be interesting if I'm just sitting there. It looks like I'm just talking to myself and that's it. So pretty soon, August is over with. If my ghost doesn't come back, I think I'm gonna get a membership for the gym. I really think so. That'll be a nice place possibly to find a guy, or are you just gonna find testosterone? There was one man in there. I walked in. Oh my God, he had a nice ass and some thighs. And he had some long pants on. I was like, damn. I didn't even see what his face looked like. I was just so stuck on his ass. Oh my God. I couldn't believe it. I was like, woo, what a beautiful behind. And I was like, he's got an ass shaped like a woman. The only thing it was much tighter and more hard. Oh, I would like to punch it. I wanted to punch it and I didn't touch it. I feel like punching it like it's a punching bag or whatever. Damn, he had a nice ass. And I am telling you, I barely even remember what the guy even looked like. Barely even remember. But I can still picture that ass. Oh, he had a nice upper body, he really did, but I was stuck on that ass. Oh my God, I was stuck on that ass. When I was younger, I was never into guys' asses, other females, they were. I was always into in his chest and his back. He had to have a nice chest and a nice back, but, I was very much always interested in the chest and back. Oh God, strong man, to be with a strong man. Now I'm get fantasizing and put your hands on his beautiful chest and, oh, I need to write a romance novel. Oh, Lord of mercy upon my soul. I think I'm turning my own self on. At any rate, let me stop. No, because I'm just thinking about it. Some guy's beautiful chest and back. I need to see a good-looking guy. I mean, it's been a while. It's been a while. Probably to harass you. Should I get off? All right. So if we don't talk, enjoy. I'll chat with you tomorrow. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.